society and the ruler. So they decided to upend the royal family to a king, a small 10-year-old boy. He administered the cure. His genes were better, so he administered the cure to his empire. In only 2 years, he dropped down infected rates by so many. He dropped the infected rates to nearly zero. There's no more infected in aefad. Even though he died and his brother became ruler, he wanted to put down. He wanted to show that he could. So he decided to make world peace until he actually could. He made world peace. Without him, world peace would nearly not exist. Nearly not exist anymore. Every empire would nearly fall. And so he administered it. All elvish empires, because he couldn't make a cure for human empires. He wanted to prove that his family would never be destroyed. And with the continent of the island of Iran wiped out, just literally blown off the map, and nobody truly remembers it. Besides, Sissy nearly died during this event. The infected rates did go down because of. Is he infected? Yep. He's gonna die then. Unless he has children, and make sure he does not infect them, he dies. Yep, he didn't have any children, so failed empires everywhere here, failed villages, like thousands. This small island. And many people now are left to heal after the war. Tabs of the earth have fallen. He realized that if they were to fall, that he wanted to make peace with them. He wanted peace. He didn't want war. And he wants to be the king to unite the earth. This is what his son he had as a teenager. A teenage son when he was 15 without nobody knowing. War going on? No. He wants to make sure no wars happen anymore. No wars are to ever happen anymore. Simpson, could the great king's lineage fall? Or Sissy thinks not. Sissy thinks he's immortal. He's an immortal being who will never die. Yet, he's been challenged by many people to see if his rule would be. And this was the true World War. Only one other World War happened, and that was when these two places were united, and it's, when they went to war, so the global conflict, led to the Great Depression. That huge global conflict that led to the Great Depression, that one, mushroom people. He developed the cure without truly knowing. Then he developed the human cure. He developed the human cure for the viruses. He was called the scientific man. So he wanted to make peace. He wanted peace to be global. He wanted infected rates to go down to not even be in the hundreds at this point. He wanted to obliterate infected rates. Obliterate them. Obliterate them. He wants them to go down. He wants them to go down. Infected rates are going up. They're now balancing out they're balancing out now. Those infected rates balancing out. Who's this last infected man? Who is this last infected man? If you can help. Who is the last infected man? This man is like a god. This man is infected rates 0, and he's only in his early 60s. He still has a good like 50 to 60 years left to rule. They're in a global conflict. And so he doesn't want that to happen, so he wants to make peace. He wants to make peace immediately. He couldn't truly make peace immediately because he was too busy trying to fix up stuff. fixed up stuff after that Great War. The Great War happened like 50 years ago. It's been 50 years, but many people still haven't healed. You see how many abandoned buildings there are since that war? This has been abandoned since the war. This got taken. The war truly began when aefad began. But the Second Great Depression is leading to sushi becoming rarer. There's literally no sushi left. And many other fancy foods like fish, sushi, and fish are extinct. The great end of fish.
She paid $40 for THC strawberry lemonade. That bitch was so fucked up. She was never say make a pizza. She's like, hey, you put the ranch. Come on. I'm like, Wayne. She got more tonight. She said, I don't want no more tonight.
That Lion King and this king for 86 years. This king's only been king for 86 years. He's been king for only 81 years, but this king's been around for 86, probably 87 now, 82. And this sissy has been ruling for years until this attempt on his life. People thought he was actually dating the military general or the leader, so then he also bombed the military to make sure that he wasn't chilling with the military. He only bombed the south or the port. He only bombed the south or around, so they wouldn't have only bomb around the island, so they couldn't really bomb inland. So yeah, they realized that the great bombings were caused by Google. They wanted independence. And independence they got. There was no one to stop them from gaining independence. There's no one to stop them. They took the purple of the old empire. The islands, these were called those were the next ones.
I was wondering what you meant up or there.
aefad wanted the war to end, but until he realized the fall of here. He realized he couldn't control them. He wanted peace. He wanted worldwide peace. But he could never get that. He realized better to be dead and see an apocalyptic land. He'd rather be dead. And many of his followers joined the plan with him. Many people actually wanted to join him. Many people near the watch. Many people wanted to join him and didn't want to see this apocalyptic world. The fall of aefad. These were all the people. Many people committed suicide with him because they didn't want to. So they wanted to give me peace or give me death. And they chose death.